Plaintiff Martin Brocobb and his wife Evelyn say Evelyn used to be married to the defendant, and they have 3 children together. Martin claims the defendant is a control freak who takes being an overprotective parent to a new level. Martin is suing his wife's ex because after his wife got her son a cell phone, the defendant smashed it with a sledgehammer. Defendant James Ballard Jr. and his wife Michelle believe all of this stems from the fact that Evelyn recently tried to press criminal charges against Michelle, and the charges were dropped. James admits that he smashed his son's cell phone with a 3-pound sledgehammer, but insists Evelyn and Martin knew he forbid his children from having cell phones.
Start with you all.
Your Honor, I'm married to his ex-wife, which they have 3 kids together. I feel he's a control freak and also an overprotective father. It takes it to a whole new level.
How so?
He tells my wife how to parent the 17-year-old, which they have together. He's 18
I have
now.
full custody of my son, that's why.
Let him finish. Go ahead.
Okay. We have custody of him now.
You can't have custody after he's 18.
Sir.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Well, at the beginning of the year, my wife did buy a phone for her 17-year-old son at the time.
Okay.
James found the phone in the bedroom, brought Jimmy, the son, out to the kitchen with his wife present, and
That's a lie.
started smashing the phone with a sledgehammer.
With a sledgehammer?
Yes, a 5-pound sledgehammer. On the countertop.
It's actually a 3-pound.
Okay. I do have, Your Honor, I do have testimony from Jimmy Ballard, the son.
Does your son describe it as 3 or 5? The only difference is whether it was a 3
Describes it as 5.
hammer or 5.
Yes.
Your son says 5?
Yes.
Uh-oh, somebody's lying. This is going to determine the case. Let's get to your defense, sir.
I don't feel that this case is actually about the cell phone. I think this case is about bogus criminal charges that were pressed against my wife back in June. Me and my wife had full custody of James, and we took him to his senior prom. And it was their weekend for visitation, so we dropped him off at his prom. We took clothes over to their house so that he had clothes for the weekend because they did not have a vehicle to pick him up. And my ex-wife and my wife now, Michelle, got into a confrontation, a verbal confrontation about her not paying child support and saying that I was freezing her bank accounts, which did not happen. So she filed charges, it went to court, and it was dismissed.
So you think that it's regarding some resentment that's going on between
I
you
do, Your
all?
Honor.
All right, so that's why you did all that to that phone. He thought that was you. Is that why you beat that phone like that? You thought it was your ex-wife? You want to comment on that or not?
The cell phone smashed, and
Okay.
we don't have it. I
All
would have
right.
liked it back. I mean,
And that's the reason.
That's
you're
all he
here.
would have had to do.
None of all the other stuff he's
just give me the
saying.
phone back.
All right. Sir, why don't you think you should pay for the phone?
Because at the time of any of the conversations we've had with any adults and the children, it was laid out that with us having full custody, that the children were not to have phones, that the other aunts, uncles, exes, grandparents were not going to buy any phones for the children because they couldn't have them. And that was our house rule, and everybody abided by it except for Evelyn and Marty. They bought him a phone, and they told him to hide it and just lie to Dad about it. Don't tell him you have it. The understanding with the children and the adults was if a cell phone was bought for the children and it was brought into our house, that it would become mine and Michelle's.
And smashed.
And smashed, right. That was part of... Did you have that understanding?
No, Your Honor.
That's
not
a lie.
True. We've
We've
had
had that-
several conversations.
Quiet. What's that, ma'am? Go
Mr.
ahead.
Ballard actually never told me verbally that our son was not allowed to have a cell phone. And number 2, to this day, his other daughter that he isn't mentioning has a cell phone to this day.
And
She's allowed to have it, and she's 13 years old.
She's allowed to have it at her mother's house, not at
Quiet,
mine.
sir.
Excuse me, that cell phone was not smashed. And when his other daughter came for her weekend visit, it was taken away for the weekend and sent home with her mother. It was not
that's a lie.
smashed like James's.
That's a lie. She has it at her mother's house.
You all have a lot of underlying resentment, anger going on here. I'm with you. This isn't about just a cell phone. Nevertheless, that's what I'm here to rule on today because that's all you're being sued for.
Correct.
And you have to provide me with evidence that they agreed to allow you to keep any cell phone that they gave to you all's son. Do you have any evidence?
No, I do not.
Just your word.
It is my word.
And you know what, sir? You should have taken the phone and given it back. You don't smash it, just take the phone and say, here, our son had it. I said I didn't want him to have one. Here, please don't give him one because I don't want him to have one. Take this phone back.
It was
Yes,
probably
ma'am.
Your Honor, we have done that with other things in the past. It was a continual, what they could get away with. It was our house, and they knew that that was our rules.
All right, stop while you're here. It sounds like y'all done smashed a bunch of stuff. So, 246 for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
I haven't heard from him since he moved into his mother's house.
They don't talk. And his son is now 18.
Money-hungry people get whatever they want.
Hi, Judge Mathis. My name is Tamariam. If my roommate makes me feel uncomfortable or puts my safety at risk, do I have to give them a 30-day notice before I make them leave?
Well, you can't make your roommate leave at all. Only the landlord can evict that roommate. And you can go to the landlord and ask if he or she would evict your roommate based on the threat you feel is posed by you remaining there. On the other hand, if the landlord refuses to do so, then you can move. You can move under what is called constructive eviction, meaning staying there would either injure you or would disturb you from enjoying the property that you're renting.